afternoon, Oviedo. I'm Riley Finnegan. Today is Friday, September 4th. We've got a 3-day weekend coming up, but first, let's start off with the responses to this week's Tell OHS question posted on Twitter and Instagram.
Hey Oviedo, it's Cameron. Earlier this week we asked you how you felt the school year was going with all the new changes. Let's take a look at a couple of your responses. Alumnus Caitlin Moncrief says a lot of my college classmates who are future teachers are worried about taking substitute jobs right now. We have to do a lot of research on a school beforehand to see how well they're handling safety. And Josh knows the changes with block schedules and says how it's much more quiet around campus with fewer people attending in person. Thanks for your responses. Tune in next week for another question which will be posted to both Twitter and Instagram. Have a great Labor Day weekend.
Best Buddies will be holding a second informational meeting Wednesday, September 9th from 3 to 3:30 on WebEx. This fun club provides opportunities for one-to-one friendships for people with intellectual and developmental disabilities. Come join us if you have a big heart and enjoy making friends. The password and username can be found on the screen. Any questions or concerns can be emailed to addieatkinsbb@gmail.com. Any returning members or anyone interested in joining the Brain Bowl team, please email Ms. Darling. We have a team Canvas page we will use for information, announcements, and eventually practices. Attention anyone interested in athletic training. Please go to the athletic training room located in Building 4 on Black Days to obtain an application form. Do you still have your library books from last year? Now is the time to turn them in. There is no fine or penalty for late books. However, you will be charged the cost of the book if it is not returned soon. Any questions? See Mrs. Tibbetts in the Media Center. Last year, we saw the emergence of a unique club who holds mock United Nations assemblies and discussions. Davis Cruz and Graham Carruthers got an inside look into the club last year. Let's head over to them.
Alliances form.
I would like to say that we agreed with the delegate of Iraq.
Conflict is inevitable.
I feel like the chair is doing a poor job at keeping the conference on track.
But it's all a part of the experience of a new club on campus.
So our new Model United Nations Club is a way for students to come and act as if they were part of the real United Nations. So what each student does is that they take one country and they pre-vote on what they're going to discuss in the meeting. And then what they do is they argue and they talk as if they are the delegate from that country.
It models the real United Nations, so everything is super formal. It follows the real United Nations protocol. So we'll usually begin with a speakers list, or so it's called, which is essentially just a normal list of countries in the order they want to speak in, and they provide some general ideas on what their stance on the topic is. Then you move on to these moderated caucuses, which are more back and forth, traditional debate, where a country says something and then other countries can respond back, and it's like a real debate.
Seeing as the United Nations has 193 members, this is one club where new members can instantly enhance the experience. More interesting with more people that have more ideas and that can represent their country exactly as their country or delegate from a particular nation would conduct themselves in a real United Nations session.
And while club meetings may at times get silly, solving problems and finding solutions is really the name of the game.
This club offers us several things that are going to help students in the long run. First is to debate, because when you debate, it's not fighting. It's talking, working things through. It's not necessarily getting angry or frustrated. It's working together to come to a conclusion. It's also really great to help students who need to understand that using a foreign language and understanding how other countries work is important.
The club meets in Miss Huffman's or Miss Hinger's room twice a month in case you're interested. For WROR-TV, I'm Davis Cruz.
That's all we have for you today, Oviedo. Have a great Friday and 3-day weekend. Go Lions!